3811. I saw something interesting. On the American Thinker website, Tom Lifson's site. And he writes, thanks to Don Serber, who's a great guy, I learned of a proposal from the Nevada Family Alliance to require teachers at government schools to wear body cameras. Did you hear this, Mr. Producer? If this does not strike you immediately as absolutely necessary, take a look at this recording, and they give examples of a number of teachers who are saying things in classrooms that they know they can get away with because they're not being recorded. I actually think this is a brilliant idea, but I would amend it slightly. Why have body cameras? Every classroom should have a camera. Now, you know, this is the kind of out-of-the-box thinking that is very, very important. This is the kind of going on offense tactic that really is a game changer. Parents have every right to know what their children are being taught. It shouldn't be guesswork. Taxpayers have every right to know what's going on in the classrooms that they're paying for. We taxpayers, parents or otherwise, are paying for everything related to the government schools. They're government schools, public schools. Now, in many cases, we have cameras in the classroom, cameras in the courtroom, not all, but many, to see what's taking place in the courtroom. Courtrooms are supposed to be public. We don't have secret trials in this country. Well, why do we have secret classrooms in this country? Why do we have secret classrooms in this country? So I would recommend to the parents' organizations in Loudoun County and other counties in this country, you should take up this cause. You want to know, we want to know, we, the people, what's being taught in these classrooms. We shouldn't have to guess. We shouldn't have to be debriefed by our 6 and 7 and 8-year-olds. Moreover, the administrators and the teachers shouldn't be worried about it. In fact, I would argue, much like with body cameras for cops, as people have argued, it'll help protect the teachers from allegations. All kinds of allegations. About ideological teachings, about rudeness in class, about certain kids that are misbehaving and had to be removed and so forth. This is a fantastic idea. Again, I wouldn't have body cameras, but I would have a camera in the classroom. So that parents and taxpayers know what's going on in these classrooms. Now, I know some of you are patriotic teachers out there, and you're saying, oh, gee, a camera. You have nothing to worry about. If you play it straight and you teach math like math and science like science and history and so forth like history, you've got nothing to worry about. But if you're pushing racism, if you're pushing ideology, if you're pushing politics, then you do have everything to worry about. This should be a cause. I didn't think of it. I just read it here in the American Thinker, and I'm just amending the suggestion. I happen to think the Nevada Family Alliance is right on. Absolutely right on. The UK Daily Mail explains the body cam initiative coming out of Washoe County, that's the Reno area, Nevada. The group is pushing for teachers to wear body cameras in the classroom to make sure they aren't teaching critical race theories in schools and indoctrinating students. The proposal came from the Nevada Family Alliance, a group that describes itself as a watchdog organization. At a Washoe County School Board meeting this week, it is in response to a plan from the school district, which includes the cities of Reno and Sparks, to expand K through 5 curriculum and teach more about equity, diversity, and racism. K through 5. The Alliance's suggestion for teachers to wear body cameras followed frustration from parents about the lack of transparency by teachers promoting a social justice narrative. This has got to come to an end. So there ought to be cameras in the classrooms. That should be the phrase. That should be the bumper stickers. Cameras in the classrooms. So we can know what it is our little kids are being taught. in our schools where we pay for everything. Everything in that school, the facility, the salaries and pensions and eyeglasses. I was getting eyeglasses the other day. And there was a woman there who worked for the Loudoun County school system, teacher. They were paying for everything. We, the taxpayer, everything. I'm shelling out money, hand over fist. And so, yes, we have a right to know where our money's going, and we have a right to know what's happening to our kids. And every damn school board meeting, this should be a demand. We want cameras in the classroom. You've nothing to hide. We have cameras on cops. We have cameras in courtrooms, some places, many places, and we want cameras in the classrooms. Just because the NEA and the AFT don't, it's enough, ladies and gentlemen. We have to bust up these monopolies now. And those who are running for school boards, this should be one of your campaign promises. Cameras in the classrooms. I don't see a single reason why this shouldn't occur. Those classrooms, no offense, don't exist for the teacher. And if you're really a good teacher, it'll become apparent. It'll become apparent from the cameras in the classroom. Now, if you're a really lousy teacher or you're an ideologue, that'll become apparent too. And, of course, the unions won't like that. Who cares what the unions like and don't like? We pay them too, through their teachers. We pay for everything. And taxpayers who aren't parents need to join with parents who are taxpayers and make these demands. Perfectly reasonable, rational demands. Brilliant idea by the Nevada Family Alliance that ought to take off like a brush fire across the nation. The founder of the group is Karen England. She said creating a record that could be viewed by appropriate parties if necessary might be the best way to urge teachers to stick to traditional teaching. We expect that the teachers' unions will reject this proposal immediately, but we should ask, what do they have to hide? And we should also ask, who gives a flying you-know-what? Unless they want to take over for the taxpayer and pay for everything, which, of course, they don't. So I think this is an excellent idea. Don Serber makes an essential point about why we need body cams. There are nearly 3 million teachers in America, he says. We should not have to rely on kids taking videos in class to hold millions of teachers accountable. But really, many teachers won't feel that they're being held accountable. Many teachers will feel relieved, I think, to be perfectly honest. Relieved. Because the unions, impose enormous pressure on teachers that don't get in line. And this way, these teachers can show through their professionalism, through what they're doing in the classroom. I'm not pushing that crap. I'm teaching what I'm supposed to teach. What a fantastic idea. Again, I don't think we need body cameras. I think we need a camera in every classroom. I think it's easier to make that demand. I'm fully behind it. I'll be right back.
Mark Levin.
Over 2,000